morning, it's the next day, and as you will see, I was able to take some snippets with my phone. It didn't die on me this time as often. And I really loved the critique group. So the whole thing, as soon as I went into Waterstones, I went to the top floor. I've never been in this store actually before, and it was really beautiful. And next to the cafe area, like the cafe, there was a big table, and that's where everyone met. And I was immediately approached. People were really friendly, and yeah, then got something to drink and ordered food for lunch, and then we went to a room in the back, and they meet there every month, as far as I understand, and we were split into different groups, so tables for I think young adult, middle grade, like all these different age groups, and I was in the picture book group. And actually I was the first one to be critiqued, so that was quite interesting. I can see that I changed a lot, because maybe in the past I wouldn't have wanted that, but now I didn't mind. So basically you go around in a circle, and everyone who read your text, you only read a few basically. You get them 2 weeks before, and then you can give your feedback. So I got feedback, and I thought the feedback I got, so I took some notes, and this is also, anyways, people did write on my manuscript, and this time I only submitted my picture book manuscript for the first time. I didn't have my illustrations ready by that time, 2 weeks ago, and I felt the feedback was constructive. People were friendly, and seriously, some of the points my tutor actually mentioned later as well, and I agree with the majority of the comments. And I think a lot of comments that I feel could have been like prevented, as if they would have seen the illustrations actually, because the illustrations will carry a lot of the story and a lot of the humor, which obviously you can't see yet purely in the manuscript. But I think that's the nice thing, that if someone else would illustrate this, then they would have a lot of freedom to illustrate it. There would be a lot of space, and I would just bring my unique humor into this. And afterwards, because I am a book lover, well, what a surprise, and you probably should already know this for my book reviews, I couldn't help but walk around Waterstones. I'm also designing a cover for the Student Design Award from Penguin Books, A Brief History of Time, and I saw the one cover from before. That was interesting as well. Looked at around like science books, love it. And then I found the book I was actually looking for a while. It's this one, Essentialism. In my previous blog, if you've seen that, my really interesting week in the life of an illustrator, I talk about this. I already started reading. And I think this is a book you can read again and again, and especially if you are a person who gets easily say overworked and feels like you actually are always busy but you don't get enough done, and this book is really good. And then I got a new bullet journal type journal. I like the color. In the past I would have never bought anything that is kind of like rosy quartz, I don't know, but now somehow I love this color. And it has blank pages, and yeah, it's made 100% made in Italy. Some of the things I'm not 100% fond of, like I don't need weather icons on my pages, but I thought the size was nice. I know, maybe when I've started I will show you a little bit more about this. And what I forgot to say, I had a really nice conversation with 2 other people, and it was just nice to speak about picture books and illustration and writing and the whole business of it with other people who are also interested in it. Because sometimes I feel a little bit alone, because I don't personally know people who, or didn't know before, people who are actually interested in this, and it can sometimes probably get a bit boring for your family if you always talk about spreads and layout and pacing and which agent did you approach? Like, what do you think about my page turn? I don't know. And you are probably like, okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, yeah, that's picture book language, and of course, I guess also general publishing language. yeah, so thank you for joining me in this short day of how it was to go to this event. I want to go again. I don't know when exactly I will go again, but it's nice because you can drop in and out, and it's an opt-in thing. You don't have to commit every time. So I have some good pointers for my text. The only thing is that because this is part of a university project that I only have until December to get it done, I can't take this feedback on board to now completely change everything, because I already have done the roughs in very large size. Like, it took me a while to basically plan all of it, and I would have to change a lot now, which I think is just not possible now with the time given, especially because it's not just one main project, I have many different ones at the same time. But in the real life, in a book project, if I would get paid for this project, I would totally adapt it to what the feedback I received. And also I think with feedback, you have to think, well, this is other people's opinions. Of course, if more people have the same opinion, this might give you a pointer that there might be something, like, true about this. It's always subjective, of course, but I think definitely I'll reflect more about it, and then I'll think if I want to ever really change this text, if I want to give this book, say, another chance, if I want to publish it, and I might submit it changed or not, and get the publisher's feedback, for example, or the editor. But it was a very nice experience. I really would highly recommend, if you are anywhere in the world and you are interested in writing and illustrating for children's books, then I would definitely join a local Society for Children's Book Writers and Illustrators critique group. So if you want to do that, I'll link the society below, and I hope you have a really nice